And there we are. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm unmuted. That's unmuted. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Hey folks, thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to So Chatty. I'm your host, So Many Games, aka Matty, and I am here with some amazing human beings. And I must apologize, I'm still a little under the weather, but I could not do this because, hello, look at the screen. This is awesome. I'm in fucking heaven right now, okay?
Even
And
though it was a last minute addition because someone else bailed. That's fine.
everyone here is a last minute addition because someone else bailed. Yes. Because I can't say bad luck because I got some really amazing replacements. So,
I was
hello.
gonna say, who bailed? Mercer or something like that? You got me and Devin on?
Right.
That's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Whoever
Right?
bailed, I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sad. So, I'm here. Anyway, yeah, that's right. If everything worked right, oh boy, it would be over with. So, my guests, obviously really don't need much introduction because they're awesome, but I'll introduce them anyway. My first guest, she is, this is her second time on the show. She is just a wonderful, wonderful human being. I've been a big fan of hers and a supporter of hers for over a year now. I am proud to say. What? And I know. I totally did it. I totally did the what. I don't care. Don't at me.
Dab, we're fine.
And yeah, I can't dab. I'm right next to a wall. It would be awful.
Well, that would be hysterical. You knock stuff off the wall. You take your hat off. Your headset.
I know. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But and she literally brings the fucks out of my mouth. It is Devin Rue. Devin, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't really know if I want that to be my claim of fame, but sure.
I know. I literally said that on purpose just to make you think crazy things to say in response. So,
are you sure?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's gonna be one of those nights, folks. Yeah. It is just gonna be one of those nights.
Do I really need much provoking?
No, not at all.
I sit in an empty room all day. Still have the same type of conversation.
I mean, I do too. So, oh boy, good times.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I know, right? I can do it. My next guest, he's someone that I have been honored enough to play D&D with. He is one of the funniest guys I know on Twitter and in the podcast world. I honestly, I told him this. I just started listening to this podcast, and if you haven't heard Almost Heroic, you really need to start listening to this shit because it is funny, it is fun, and there's some really great rule integrations that we're going to talk about in the show. But everyone, the goddamn DM, Patrick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm trying not to bring any fucks out of your mouth.
Well,
you want to keep them in there.
Right.
Keep all the fucks.
Keep all the fucks. All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Like a little fucking chipmunk.
Exactly. Like tuck them up in the cheeks and just
just be all
yeah, I don't know.
Mouthful of fuck.
Yeah, this is definitely
maximum profanity on this one, folks.
This is definitely gonna be one of those shows.
While watching this,
I know, right?
We're not supposed to be drinking.
You can drink, but you really don't want to while I'm speaking.
I just yeah, like because you might spew on the computer screen, and then it's all over with.
It gets sticky.
If it still works. Such a waste of whatever booze you're drinking. I'm not a whiskey person. I like vodka myself, but that's me. So, I don't know. I like potatoes, so that's why I moved to Idaho.
It's okay not to like good things. It's all right.
I know. It's fair. It's fair. That's
I don't
fair.
drink
That's
alcohol.
Okay. I used to drink it more often. I really don't drink that often anymore.
I think I'm already bad enough as it is. I don't need to add alcohol to it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I am just trying to imagine that, and oof.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, I've only gotten drunk once in my life, and well, nobody that was present that night, I'm sure, has ever forgotten it.
Okay. Yeah, because basically Devin is just like naturally someone who drinks tequila every day.
Poured in my cornflakes.
There you go. I mean, like, so who needs it? Like, if you have it naturally,
Right.
you know, I mean, unless you're sad or something.
I'm just intoxicating.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to save my liver for Tony on the podcast because he drinks enough for the five of us.
Oof.
So when his goes down, he's going to get a piece of mind, as worthless as it is. And then, the other people go next in the group.
Oh, so there's a hierarchy of livers on the list?
Yeah, mine's the purest cut. I think under mine would be Whitney, who plays Azurite. Underneath that would be Alan, and then on the bottom would be Robert. Because he goes
terrifying
out.
That you guys have decided to like rate this way ahead of time.
We were preparing for the inevitable.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if your friend has such a drinking problem, I would probably do that too, I guess, because
we figure it's easier than an intervention.
Exactly. Like, who wants to go through all that work? Ugh.
A liver transplant is easier than an intervention.
I'm not good at making banners.
I think we need to talk about we need an intervention on your interventions, because whoa.
An intervention. I'd watch that.
Oh my God.
I want to stop this intervention to interview.
All right. There was was it How I Met Your Mother that did that? Like they they were doing so many interventions. They had an intervention. Yeah.
Okay. It's strictly for Lily, I think.
Yeah. So that, yeah. I don't know. My brain thinks in sitcoms. I love a good sitcom. Unfortunately, there just aren't really any more made that are decent anymore. Except, I mean, I like Big Bang Theory.
Does not think in sitcoms.
Oh, yeah. I could imagine.
I bet you can.
It's definitely like Showtime, HBO kind of content.
It's all the channels on at once.
Oh, that kind of chaos. Oh, fuck that. Oh my God, my brain couldn't handle that.
It's great in here. I'm never lonely.
No.
The most I got for that is that every time I have to do a scene transition in my head, I just hear the little Seinfeld like bass riff, like.
I kind of like the Scrubs transition a little bit better in my head generally.
Oh, the little lift one, like whenever he's thinking, like the
yeah.
I was doing the end of The Simpsons.
There's the somber one, and then there's the yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
off of sitcom intermissions,
because television. So yeah, folks, if you have any questions for our guests, we have there's a suggestion box under the video screen if you're on your desktop. I found that if you're not on your desktop and on your phone, that suggestion box just isn't there, and I couldn't figure out how to get it there for you. So if you're on your phone, because it really helps having those questions there so you can monitor and stuff like that, because sometimes I don't know, whatever. If you're on your phone and you can't get to the suggestion box, go ahead and type your questions in chat. I'll transfer them over or copy and paste them or something like that, just so I don't lose it. And make sure your question gets in there.
We can read chat.
I know, but sometimes chat starts moving and then all the words disappear, and I'm trying to like watch you guys speak.
Oh, wait, you're trying to facilitate your own show. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know. Stuff. There's a lot of things happening over here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll shut the fuck up now.
So, I mean, hey, if you could give me a hand, that'd be dope. But anyway, as I was saying, now I'm trying to remember if I know that we did kind of go over this, because this is one of those questions that I like to ask people when they first come on the show, and Devin's been on the show before, is, talk to us about your introduction to tabletop role-playing. And Devin's told us about her introduction and where she all began. So Patrick, I would like you to let us know about your introduction to tabletop role-playing and how you got started in the field of wonder that we love so much.
Well, it all started at the tender age of 22.
Okay.
No, I was working at an office job, and I was getting into podcasting.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, I was listening to I can't even remember any of the other shows I was listening to at that point. And I was looking through forums because it was We're Alive, which is like a zombie like radio drama. They do all the voice acting for it. I think the series is over, but starting a secondary one. Anyways, I was looking for more like storytelling aspects like that. And someone was like, oh, you should just listen to like a D&D podcast. And I was, I played Magic the Gathering throughout high school and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, Wizards of the Coast. Okay, let me try it out. And I started with Critical Hit, which is by Major Spoilers. It's a 4th edition podcast.
Okay.
And that was a mistake because I fell in love.
Cool.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, like this is great, but I need to play it with, people. And I need to find people to play it with. And I happen to go to a local pool hall where there's people, and they're like, hey, we play D&D, but it's 3.5. It's kind of the same, which I realized was wrong.
Yeah.
It was quite wrong. And so I learned the hard way of like, cool, like 4th edition, this is kind of like a video game thing, right? And it's like, yeah, you could do it. And it's like 3.5 is like, here's a whole bunch of pieces of metal and some tires, build a car.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a 10th level campaign. Here's 17 books, but don't read the erotic one over there. That one we're not gonna put in this campaign, but all the other ones you can put in.
I learned 2nd edition first.
Never mind. Okay, I get it. Vietnam, World War II.
I learned first, and yeah.
This game used to be a lot harder, and that's weird to be like, back in my day.
I know, really, but
we had Thaco.
How many times I've said that?
How many times have you said that?
A lot.
Like direct number.
Dozens,
hundreds, thousands.
No, I mean dozens, I guess. I don't know. I don't keep track.
Back when you needed a scientific calculator to play the game?
Back when you needed scientific calculators. Those things are weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my introduction to it. And then I eventually learned through 3.5, like, oh, like I could just buy the 4E books and then read and become a DM and then make people play 4E. And then 5E came out immediately afterwards. And it's like, well, this was useless.
Right.
And then about that time, I'm like, I'm going to do jokes. And I made a couple jokes, and then I got retweeted too much. And now I'm kind of weirdly in this kind of spot where it's like, oh, I have to keep going.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. I'm just going to make the jokes. Please stop.
Little joke monkey.
I love it. So that was about roughly how long ago?
No, that would be about. Oh wait, when I started tweeting or when I started getting into tabletop?
Started getting into tabletop, yeah.
About a decade.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fledgling.
I know, right? I'm like just good enough to be like, aha, I remember when things were different, and people are like, really? You remember first edition? It's like, no. It's like being like mildly
and can learn the other editions, so they could claim the same thing.
yeah.
Anybody can, you know, like really, especially nowadays, like you can get all of the books online like real easily, whether you want to pay for them or not. I don't know, you know, so.
Back when we used to have to buy them in a dark alley and a guy from in a trench coat.
It pops out of the corner. Hey,
you know,
want some books?
Or a used bookstore. One of the two.
We each have different vendors.
Yeah. I mean, mine had other supplements along with it.
You didn't have any tabletop peddlers? You didn't have any tabletop peddlers in your neighborhood?
No. We had a lot of churches in my town. So, you know, it was...
See a couple guys throwing dice in the back alley. It's like, what are you doing? Playing bones? No, rolling stats.
Yep. See, now I grew up in New York. There was lots of them. I became a LARPer within 2 years of discovering D&D.
Wow, this is like the marijuana of tabletop gaming.
Oh, it really was. I was like,
it's
yeah.
like D&D, it's a gateway drug. You'll be running in fields with foam swords.
I'll have you know that not all LARPers are boffers.
Okay.
You said a word that I don't know what it means. Is it a boffer?
Yeah. Yeah, there's different types of LARPing. There's actual LARPing, which means that you have to, whatever your character is doing, you have to actually know what it is, which means that if you're fighting with a sword, you have to know how to fight with a sword. If you are picking a lock, you actually have to know how to pick the lock. And you're given locks and combat and everything else. And then there's boffers, and those are people that play with foam weapons. They don't, usually the combat is actual play, but like you don't actually have to do like lock picking and things like that. So you're supposed to, there's different kinds of LARPing. I'm probably just like losing nerd credit at 90 miles an hour here, but yeah.
No, I find this.
We were the ones, like even D&D players were like, oh God, they're LARPers.
Well,
nobody look at them.
I mean, I don't know. I think, well, that's just it. When I was in high school and I was playing lots of different tabletop role-playing games, I had friends that started to get into LARPing, and it was starting to become a thing in Southern California at the time. And, but, you know, like you had kind of two different schools of LARPing. There were the folks that, I mean, made it seem very interesting, seem very fun. And then there were those who, I don't know, for lack of a better term, were cuckoo bananas and maybe took it a little too seriously. And
right, because that doesn't actually happen when you're playing just D&D.
No, and that's just it, you know, because there's also those fucking, and you know, we don't need to talk about them. That's okay.
Yeah. You know, the difference is that LARPers are fucking committed, okay? We're not just playing the game at D&D. We're living it. Do you understand?
Okay.
We're living it. The rest of you are just playing at the game.
All right.
Cue the like flag dropping behind her and the patriotic music, like two swords crossed. Like, we are living this. We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them in the...
Oh boy. Okay.
We're all just playing at the game.
All right. So now we know what kind of LARPer Devin was.
An aggressive one.
Scared of that.
Aggressive LARP.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm learning so much. I love it.
Are you sure you still want me to come back on your show?
Always. And I love the fact that you never cease to surprise me and amaze me. So
Aw,
I love it.
I try. Not really. It's just me being me. So
No, and it really is, and that's what I love about you is you're so fucking real. And you know,
mwah.
unfortunately, not everybody always is, and that just makes me sad.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, that's life.
Yeah, so I really interrupted with the whole LARPing thing. I'm sorry, I go on these little tangents. Please continue.
And that's how I learned D&D.
There you go. There you go. I don't even know where I was going with mine, but I just know. Oh, see, that was the thing. It was the vampire LARPers back in the mid '90s that in LA there was a group of them. That,
be very careful what you're about to say.
I know. No, there was a group of them that, I mean, we were all of my friends, not me, but my friends, were all very goth-like, goth-ish, goth adjacent. And, you know, all they wore was black, and that's cool, and that was the thing. But some folks kind of went, I don't know, a little too far, and they would start like cutting themselves and, you know, like,
That has nothing to do with them being gothic.
no. I'm just saying these were
Okay.
like, they were within the same circles of my friends that,
Well, then,
you know, are
for
like
that matter,
adjacent.
we could just like, why don't we just pull in the emos?
Well, because we didn't have emos in the mid 90s.
Yes, we did. We just didn't call them that. Obviously, your friends were more emo than mine because mine were all gothic and we liked Victorian clothes.
No, my friends just like black clothes. They weren't real
that's
goths.
not really being
That's
goth.
what I'm saying. They're
Again,
not real
you guys
goths.
are only just fucking playing at life. Come on.
I know. So me, no. I wore the same flannel shirt for my entire senior year. So, you know, it was the mid
That
90s.
was a really funny episode too, by the way, Patrick.
Oh yeah, no, I had to drop that joke in there. I love that I was getting flashbacks of that South Park episode with emos versus vampires.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many of my friends were like, you have to watch this episode.
Yeah, no, South Park is definitely in my lifeblood, especially since they went full satire. I'm just like, yeah, let's just do everything like this.
Right? Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it live.
I you know, like, I love South Park. Right, at least I used to. I think they're a little maybe sometimes a little too political with
Preachy.
their stuff. A little preachy. You know, it's
They're a
fun.
little preachy.
It's like, I don't know.
Like, Devin swears a wee bit.
A wee bit, yeah, right. But like, okay. So my favorite episode is Fat Ass versus Pancake Butt, or is it the Jennifer Lopez episode? This is my favorite episode. I can't get enough of that episode. It is the most wrong thing I have ever seen in my life, and it just tickles me to high heaven. All the terrible nastiness that went along with it, and the racism and everything. It was awful, 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 but it was hilarious. Love it.
I don't really know what you're trying to convey to us anymore here, Matty.
I don't know what I'm trying to... Folks, I'm high on cold medicine, so, you know, sometimes I say stupid stuff. I just miss like stuff like that, or like, I don't know, like what was it, Raisins? That was hilarious, you know, like
When they went a little bit sillier.
yeah, just a little silly without like being overly, you know, preachy about like, I don't know.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to put a hand on the steering wheel a little bit.
Thank
for you.
you,
Like,
thank you. I don't know where
I know
was
it's
going.
the cough syrup. It's like, all right, come on.
Follow us. Come this way.
Oh,
try and stay
Going
on the
too far.
lines.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Quick, someone get the rope.
Yeah, I mean, I just maybe I shouldn't have done the show today, but fuck it.
No, this was an excellent choice.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm gonna say, if you want, like, I've got cough syrup back here. I'll catch up.
There we go.
I don't even think I need it. I think I'm good.
Yeah, now Devin's in charge.
Devin's always good.
Devin, I was gonna say, what's new?
And then back to the sitcom jokes. Devin in charge of our days and our lives.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Charles in Charles.
That's
Charles in charge.
Charles in charge. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Charles in charge. That's a gay sitcom.
Yeah. Super gay.
Flaming.
Super duper gay and fabulous.
Of course.
So we've got a question from our
God, chat, save us. What the fuck is going on?
I love you. From one of my favorites, Kristen. Thank you. And this is a fantastic question for you folks. What is your favorite LARP experience? And Devin, I'm sure you've got millions of them.
Jeez, wow! I have to pick one. Is that possible?
I mean, I
LARPed for like.
You could tell us a couple. You know, like you could tell them for an hour, and I don't think anybody would mind.
You know, I could take over a whole show. Just Devin's LARPing experiences.
Yeah, the title changes is like So LARPy with Devin.
It's actually a really good name.
You're welcome.
Hold on, let me write that down.
All right.
Take it all. Just retweet it.
This is where I lose everything.
Yeah. I'll just take over. Like, are you able to change the Twitch name, like in the URL? Because I'll just take over Matty. So.
Yeah.
No?
I don't think he's going to do that.
Matty.
What's that?
I could LARP being you.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun for you. I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, oh God. Well, you know, speaking about people who don't quite know the difference in LARPing, we have had a couple of people that came along that apparently, okay, so there are different levels of LARPing, and we do have people that essentially come in and they think that it's like playing D&D while you're standing up. Is actually how somebody described it to me, and I was like, what? No. Some groups have actual DMs that follow a particular adventuring party as we go through the woods. There's sometimes a player, there's sometimes not. The funny thing is that you will actually have them yell things at you randomly sometimes. And it's akin to having somebody like, you know, your party is being attacked by a bunch of orcs. You know, well, we had a small group, maybe I think there's like 3 people that came along with us who had no idea whatsoever, apparently anything about LARPing, came there dressed up in some really strange looking army clothes. It kind of looked like they like ransacked a army surplus.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, we're not doing like, this isn't like paintball guns or anything. Like, I don't understand why you're dressed like this. All 3 of them apparently just decided like they were going to be rangers. So I was like, yeah, not that kind of ranger though, you know, like. Anyhow, but the best part was we ended up where we're walking through a bunch of woods, and I guess they did not know that we would just be randomly attacked by other people. So we were attacked by orcs, which was essentially a group of other kids that were dressed in really apparently terrifying costumes. And the girl actually went to stab one of them in the face. She just lost her shit and started screaming at the top of her lungs. And instead of like the rest of us where we have these, like, we have a pause in between where we're gonna engage or not, And she just like stood there and just started throwing shit at them, screaming at them, and she didn't move any, which we thought was super hysterical. And she was just deafening loud and threw stuff at him, and I just didn't stop her because I thought it was too funny and just stood there laughing to the point where I almost like keeled over, and everyone's like, you can't do that, you should probably stop this chick. And I was like, nope. So we let her go to town on one of her friends because he's completely in gear. I mean, we're doing actual play, you're gonna get hurt. So we thought it was funny. He didn't. She was mad, she left.
Wow. Okay.
I almost got arrested for the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're in actual combat in the woods,
Yeah, I mean,
As
that's
you
understandable
do.
from someone on the outside of the circle. Right. That's understandable to be like driving by and it's like, oh my god, what's going on in there?
Yeah.
It looks like some Lord of the Rings shit.
Right? I mean, I don't know how someone would not know what we're doing. We are literally, elven ears, cloaks. We have like bows and arrows, and the arrows got little foams on the end of it, so it looks like I'm about to roast marshmallows. We have somebody who's actually wearing what looks like plate mail, which is really funny, by the way.
Well, and I also think because this is probably I'm assuming
yeah, I'm old, so it was the 90s.
Exactly.
I know where you're going with that.
So this is like when LARPing was just really like it wasn't really like this established thing that that happens on college campuses as it does
right
now or in recent history. But back in the 90s, this was so weird to people, Yeah.
No, and in all fairness, Vampire the Masquerade was probably the weirdest one of them all, because there's a bunch of goth kids essentially playing in cemeteries, covered in blood, and and we're having essentially, if nobody knows what it is, it's actually a very political game.
Very political.
Very political.
Oh.
And you have clans, and depending on the clan that you're in, you're either vying for power or land, or so it ends up very heated, even when you're supposedly playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, get it, my friends, I didn't really, there wasn't a whole lot of LARPing going on in my D&D group. But most of my friends really got into something called,
what group?
My role-playing group.
What did you call it?
I don't know. What did I call it? RPing group?
RPing group. Okay.
Oh, RPing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did not hear it, and what I thought I heard was just very strange.
Yeah. And I, every time I repeat it, I'm going, oh, yeah, that sounds awful.
I heard VD group, and I
was oh, wow. Okay, no.
Like the vampire dressing group?
Well, for a moment, I thought he was trying to go VM, like Vampire Masquerade. Something.
Oh, no,
and
just
then that. No, that sounded like VD.
Just like my role-playing group, because we played all the games, and all of us played all the games. But they got into this thing called, I probably am forgetting the right word, but I think it was something like Shanai or something like that, where they had the big wooden swords and they would fight with them and beat the crap out of each other with these wooden katana looking things. And I'm a tender person. I bruise easily. I have no tolerance for pain whatsoever. So I wasn't having none of that. I was nowhere near that. I was never going to do that. No. But That was like,
Chicken.
yeah, totally. Like, you look up the word wuss in the dictionary, there's my face. So Matty, hey. So wussy. So yeah. It is what it is. What am I gonna do?
Right.
That can be a new shirt, like so wussy and just.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's going to be now, but
It should be.
it should be.
I'll wear it. I'll definitely wear that. Just
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be in the shop tomorrow. So, well,
fantastic. I'll get my. Where's my card? Where's my card?
Quick. Great. I have PayPal. I don't have to enter anything.
Oh, I was gonna write him a check, so
Oh, well. I'd give him cash. I'll send it through the mail.
I was gonna trade him 3 ducks and a chicken.
I was
yeah.
going to give him my daughter.
Apparently
Damn.
they still do. Apparently they still do CODs like in India or something like that. I just learned this. I don't know. It's random stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
The things you learn when
While
you're
searching for porn.
like an online merchant. No.
What?
Jeez.
What's the search history that gets that? Where it's
Right.
like, oh, COD's in India. That's different than the videos I was watching.
Well, you know.
Oh, good.
You know, no one had to step in a bear trap for this one, but I guess this works.
There you go. What?
Yeah, no, I figure I just throw that one right in there.
Wow.
We're gonna break Matty tonight. I'm guaranteeing it.
It is our goal.
I'm already broken, but I mean, you can just dismantle the
No,
bits
you're
all you
still
want.
able to make coherent sentences. You won't know when you're broken.
Oh, okay. Oh
Yeah.
dear. This should be great. Okay. And it's a good thing that I started recording the pre-show and post-show stuff for, you know, the Patreon that's going to be starting hopefully soon.
Someday. Oh, sorry. What?
I was supposed to launch it on Tuesday or something like that, and that didn't happen.
Can't do that with the Retroverse. You'll get overrun at that point.
Well, that was also
that was fire.
that was also another thing, and yeah, it was fire, and it was beautiful and delicious, and oh my god, yeah, that was such a fun day. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so happy for those guys.
Yay.
And yeah, so
I like that chat kept singing the song for me. Thank you guys. I didn't want to break my microphone.
they really. Oh, you wouldn't break your microphone.
Oh, you don't know the volume I can get. Trust me, honey.
Oh,
Maybe a
okay.
free headphones.
So Patrick, what about you? Did you have?
Give us your LARPing experiences.
I didn't, but me and my friends used to throw rocks at each other, which is kind of like that. So that's about as close as I got.
So you LARPed being cavemen.
Sure, yeah. It was a very primal LARP. It was a very Savage World kind of thing going on.
Now, was this something you did when you were children or
Yesterday.
Awesome.
No. No, I never had the opportunity to do LARP. Being in Arizona, where we get 126-degree summers, it was one of those
Fair.
things where it's like, maybe this is a poor time for, chainmail.
You know,
But-
you can LARP indoors.
Yeah, I mean, these things are brought to my attention now. But no,
Right? If you had even bothered to do just a little bit of research.
but it's hard.
I know. God damn it. Google. Google.
No, it's something that I've been like passively interested in, but it's one of those things where it's like being a DM and then doing probably like 4 or 5 games a week. It's just one of those nice things of like, holy crap, I have no time. It's like I have to write, or I have to do this, or I have to write some more. So I want to do it, but there's also the little part of me that says like, hey, you're gonna go full bore into this and you're gonna be down a couple grand.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like usually I think people have the problem where they have to convince their significant other sometimes, where it's like, oh,
No.
like I have to honey, it's chainmail. I need this because it has a higher defense. Like, I'm the exact opposite, where I think that my girlfriend Hannah and I could probably get her into it really easily, and then we're the couple like, $8,000, yeah, sure, that sounds like something we should spend. We'll sell the car, and then we're gonna get matching, armor. This will be great.
That would be my wife and I.
Yeah,
that would be. Well, see, the thing is that, like, my husband and I, we are both enablers. So, like, if one of us, like, wants something, oh my God, the other person is just, like, just full bore, like, go for it. Do whatever you want. Like, I will make it happen for you. And sometimes that's fantastic, like, because we don't have a lot of the, like, he doesn't like to play D&D and stuff like that, or board games and things. But he is so supportive and just, pushes me towards it and helps me through all this stuff. So, I mean, it's great to have, but yeah, like if I had an idea like that, he would just be like, okay, let's do it. Like we'll take out a second mortgage and, so. No.
Yeah. I also was speaking like I have like more than 10 in my bank account number. So that's another thing where it's like I'd be the guy coming in with like actual paper plate, like chainmail, like plate armor.
Okay.
Like
there
the
are
Dixie
people
brand.
that do though. I mean,
Yeah.
This is actually how I got into doing maps and props and everything else, because it is such. First of all, one of the biggest things I love about D&D is the fact that it's a very do-it-yourself type of game. You don't actually have to buy the books. You don't even have to have dice anymore, for that matter. But you can make a really immersive experience at the table, as long as you have like a bit of imagination and have fun with it. We have had paper LARPing where none of us had very much money, so it's like, you know what, I got a lot of oak tag paper and a hot glue gun, let's see what the fuck we can make.
Right.
I kind of want to make a league now of just like newspaper LARPing. Like everyone has to be like, anything that you can make like castles, you can make,
Oh yeah, we
ships,
do paper
whatever.
maches too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that needs to happen. I'm gonna see if there's anything like that in Arizona, and then I'm gonna have no more time in my week.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm gonna be building the giant paper horse.
It is worth it. It is so much fun. It is a fantastic community, and if you liked D&D before, the things that well, I mean, it depends on the type of game that you're trying to have. But for those of us that are really doing it because we like the experience of going through not just combat, but going through a genuine adventure with a bunch of people, LARPing is so perfect for that. It's so beyond like combat. It's beyond going through any rule books. It's beyond like, we make the joke about it all the time, but we would get like, especially with our DM, you get extra points for, specifically doing like spell components. You move your hands more, the more theatrical you were, the more you stayed in character the entire time. And there's entire LARPing adventures where the whole week or weekend you are only in character the entire time. And we will rent out several cabins in like in upstate New York is where we used to do it. And we would just like go on huge LARPing adventures together. I have friends that I have known for years. I probably don't know a damn thing about their private life, but I know everything there is to fucking know about their characters. Probably not a good thing to boast.
Well, no. That's okay. What's wrong with that?
I feel like that's a lot of communities nowadays. Like, growing up in the generation where it was all about like, oh, Xbox Live just became like a thing, and like, WoW just started up and everything like that. EverQuest, a lot of people that I grew up being friends with were people that I just knew online in that capacity of like, oh yeah, like there's the tank, there's like From Above, or there's someone like that where it's like, I know your screen name, I think your name's Robert, I don't really remember, but
yeah, but these are people that you're actually looking at in person.
Exactly.
I totally understand, Legolas.
I don't know. I have a really hard time with people's names. Especially in real life. And seriously, my husband talks about his friends all the time. I can name 2 of them, I think. And yeah, I'm just terrible. I'm terrible with names. For some reason, though, I find that once I learn an online friend's real name, like if they don't actually use their name as their like handle or whatnot, or in their handle, for some reason that sticks in my brain like no tomorrow. But an actual person just tells me their actual name, like, like, I don't know.
I just now picture Matty every time someone's like, "Hi, I'm Dave."
Hi. What was your name again? I don't know. What can I say? So, just to jump a little off topic here, my good friend Alex is in chat, and she asked about favorite animals. And we were having a little discussion before the show and kind of touched on this topic a little bit. But I mean, obviously, you can say whatever you want. But yeah, you guys got any favorite animals?
No. You're telling the truth. You're telling me you accuse me of being one of those people.
Yep, those people, not these those or those, but
right.
those.
One of those people that doesn't want the cat. But apparently, no, she did. She likes all animals. It's not
apparently
that
Patty was wrong.
No, her wife just doesn't know the difference between a cat and a dog, apparently.
Right. Hey, I was just confirming. I am one of those people, but it just means I'm a smartass.
Okay. Well, that I already knew. So, But
to get the full scoop, you'll have to join Patreon.
Oh, plugged. That's expert level.
That's how you do. See, folks. Like, I am learning from the very best right now, right here, right now.
I love when people ask me marketing advice. I'm like, I have no fucking clue. I am completely winging it. I'm just putting shit out there, and I hope everyone likes it.
Well, I have definitely, learned some stuff anyway. So that's good.
Yeah, as long as it works for you.
So,
Yeah, all animals.
She likes all animals, but you are a particular person? No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
This is 10 times funnier knowing the chat before. Like,
I know, right?
This is going to make great Patreon content. Like, if someone watches this video, it's like, why is Patrick just smirking? It's like, I know what Matty's trying to do, and I know what Devin's doing. It's just the perfect little chess game of like, but didn't you say? Nope, didn't say shit.
Nope.
Didn't say a goddamn thing.
So I love it. Yeah.
I like all animals, Matty.
She loves all animals, folks. All animals.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Like leeches, bed bugs. I'm trying to think of really awful animals.
I right now have a collection of spiders right above.
Oh, shut up. No.
Right above the camera is a beautiful collection. I collect spider brooches. So, and I actually hang them. I have tattoos of spiders. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Here, wait. You want to see them?
Oh,
no, please.
Maddie, you gotta watch. You gotta watch Matty.
No.
Yes,
please, don't do it. Don't.
Yes.
Please, God, don't.
No.
Oh, okay.
See, they're pretty.
Those are fine. All right. Okay. They're not actual spiders. Okay.
And then out of the bag, she pulls a tarantula.
Right here, look. My cat would eat the tarantula, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
That's why I love cats. Yes. Okay.
Hold it around.
So many jokes I want to make, by the way, but I'll be good.
I appreciate it. Uh, I know, right?
Yeah, because the hard part is I grew up in a British household. So, yeah, we have a word for that. And so hard.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I like platypuses.
Pussy.
You want to say that so everyone can hear it?
Nope, I thought I did good.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
It snuck in there.
Yep.
Just a little.
I'm really good at my timing. So you were saying about how you love that? Them?
Platypus? Platypus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Platypi?
Yes. Platypi. No, that's my jam right there.
Okay. Okay.
They got the duck bills, they got the venom. Yeah, they got the they can literally see electricity, so it's like cool. Those are my jam.
Do you have any?
If I had any, I wouldn't be able to do D&D stuff because I'd just be sitting there all day like, it's a cool little platypus, and then I'd probably like end up poisoning myself.
I wonder
Or venomizing
if you
myself.
could actually have any as a pet. Like, can they be domesticated on any level?
I was thinking about it from a legal perspective because I know Arizona just recently legalized hedgehogs as pets. Like they had a weird like exotic animals law, and like hedgehogs didn't make the cut where it's like, nope, can't have those. Screw those.
Hedgehogs are exotic.
Yeah, little spiny pigs. Yep, they were just
Sure.
like,
Okay.
yeah,
They're adorable, but you know.
This is a Google search, and I can't wait for my internet history to become public one day, because it'll just be a whole bunch of dumb questions like, can platypuses be domesticated?
Oh, there you go. Oh boy, that's so okay.
It's illegal to have a platypus as a pet. Duh. But it seems like they would die very quickly, and they have a very complicated diet, and that's why you shouldn't do it. So that being said, like, it's not a direct no. It's a strongly encouraged no.
So maybe if you like live in Australia and are near their natural food source, maybe.
I think it might be like having a pet, like how you have like how Betty White kind of had crocodiles as pets in Lake Placid, where it's like they lived in the lake, she fed them, but it wasn't like, oh, you can sleep on the couch tonight because
Right. Right. Okay.
So non-domesticated crocodiles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those aren't really pets.
Those are
I
just
kind of think of pets or things that are a little bit more like willingly.
well,
Yeah.
a pet is
Affection.
something that you pet, you know, like literally.
Pet. Yes. What was that about cats again? I'm sorry.
You can see the fractures.
Yep.
Stage 2 breaking.
Oh yeah. So we have another question from and it kind of bounces back to we were talking about Vampire the Masquerade, and Kristen asks if you two have watched Geek and Sundry's LA by Night.
Yes.
And if so, what do you think about it?
I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think they're doing a great job with it. I think Jason's a pretty awesome DM.
Okay.
Neat.
That's my opinion. There you go. Anyone else chime in?
I have not watched it, but I'm
Fuck off this show.
Yeah, I
Wait,
haven't.
I haven't watched it either, but
No, this is so LARPy. Remember?
What was that, Matty?
Hey, I can barely catch all of my friends'
Oh,
streams,
My
okay?
God, get off your own show.
So I haven't watched it. I'm one of those people that I tend to rewatch things. So like I've seen the entire run of Malcolm in the Middle like more times than I'd like to publicly announce.
Probably once would be enough of that.
Oh no, not for me.
No, I mean
Okay.
announcing it.
Oh, But
Nightbot woke up all of a sudden. All right, thanks.
So, but no,
Matty talks to himself in the middle of an interview. Go ahead.
That's all right. Thanks, Matty. You're right, other Matty.
Very riveting. Whatever you're saying.
Yeah, well, I mentioned Malcolm in the Middle. A lot of people treat that like shoe shopping, where it's just like. It just had a really great family dynamic, and it really showed the dysfunctional people can work together. And it was Bryan Cranston's breakout role, and
Bryan Cranston was really good in that show. I did not watch any of Breaking Bad, but fucking Malcolm in the Middle, that guy deserved an Emmy for that shit. Yeah. I like sitcoms though. Yeah.
That being said, I'd love to watch it, and now that I'm more aware of it, I might be more inclined to watch it, given Devin's riveting review of it. So
she practically, she wrote a whole novel's worth of superlatives, and
it's a good show. Fucking watch it.
Right.
Can they put that on the cover art? Like, is that like a quotable? Yeah.
I hope they
just that exact face. Just, it's a good show.
Fucking watch it.
Fucking watch it. Like, I don't know if that's not on a billboard next week. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with things,
See, I would love that review for Almost Heroic, because so far I got Matty's review, which is, I haven't listened to it before I had you as a guest, but yeah, I guess it's kind of all right.
I'd say it was kind of all right. What? Oh, besmirched.
Yeah, either that or like they get the title wrong, where it's like, I love Almost Heroes. No, that was the Chris Farley movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, it's okay. A lot of people haven't, but this is a perfect chance to.
Yeah. See, unlike Matty, I won't lie to you. I'll tell you the truth.
It's okay. I'd rather.
I didn't lie.
And I'm not even gonna come up with some lame ass excuse like I'm too busy, because my hands are not required when listening to a podcast. So that doesn't fucking matter. I can draw and listen to one. However, a lot of times listening to podcasts while you're creating art kind of takes you out of the mood of what you're drawing. So I try not to, because I either lose where the story is going, which I hate, and then I have to re-listen to it, or I get distracted and just sit there and
yeah, you're basically saying what I said with just better alliteration.
You're not making art. So what's your excuse?
What?
You weren't making art. That's not what you said. You just said you just don't have time.
Oh, lie. I did say that. I don't.
All right, folks. Well, it's been great. I'm going to take off.
Wow.
You just said
I actually
I'm too busy.
I actually mentioned that I was doing that. I don't listen to podcasts when I'm doing art. I try to listen to music.
I broke you, motherfucker. You can't make a sentence. There we go.
I really can't. I can't make a sentence. Yeah, they're breaking me. They're breaking me to shit. So this is probably where I lose all viewers.
He did. He said something about doing art, but he also says,
you can defend him by checking out the Patreon once it gets up and listen to the pre-recorded show.
And then you'll know exactly what was said.
Exactly.
And you can either be hashtag Team So Matty or hashtag Team Devin, as you call one of them on their bullshit. Tune in next week as you can vote up to 10 times. All right, there you go. That's my only American's Got Talent, whatever shows, voting shows, things.
Wow. Okay. So
You're right.
shit. Who needs self-promotion when you've got friends like these? Jeez. Okay. Thank you guys. That was lovely.
You're welcome.
Hey. That's what you pay us for, right?
Yes.
You're getting paid?
Oh.
You just gave me jelly beans.
So much. So much payment.
I getting major exposure bucks for this. Major.
Oh,
All the exposure dollars.
All the exposure dollars. And I mean, I think that could be a fun discussion to have. Because yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it right here, and I don't care who, whatever. People at home that are watching this, like, be cool, be nice. Like, when you invite people to play in your games, like, don't have ulterior motives, like inviting artists to your games so that they will make art for your games. Like, that's a dick move, okay? Like, invite the person because you love the person, you like the person, you find them funny, you find them interesting, you think they're going to be a great role player. They're going to add something special to your game. If they happen to be artists, great. That's a bonus. But if that is like your first thought, like, dude, just
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, basically, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah. God.
I would say it directly to you.
So anyway, yeah, because this happens. This happens too fucking often. I don't.
See, now if you do what I do and just be mostly talentless with all aspects of your life, then people will invite you for you.
Huh.
Is that why you invited him, Matty?
Yep, absolutely. I was a replacement.
Oh, that's right.
But that's so were you. Jokes.
Yeah. You know.
They're not as funny when they're about me.
Yeah, just Devin right in the camera like, that's not funny, motherfucker.
Could have been.
She will.
I get a box of spiders the next week.
There you go. Instead of glitter bombs.
Spider bombs? That's horrifying.
Just like
And I'm
those
told
itty bitty little spiders, just like in a big old cloud.
Okay. Oh.
I immediately said that was horrifying, and I'm grabbing a notebook so that way I can write down spider bombs, trap, deals, 1D.
Right. Oh, there you go. See?
Spider bombs. All right, that's becoming an item this week.
Perfect.
I have a game tomorrow. They're brand new players. They're not going to see that coming.
In like a money sack that'll actually jingle.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This is going way too far, and
Oh, I'm evil.
I know this.
Okay, good.
Just remember this conversation, Matty. Anytime you feel that like little breeze on the back of your neck or like just on your arms, like the little tingles.
I am
Like,
never.
When
No,
you sit there and feel like a little
No.
like a hair.
I am
goes down your
forgetting
back,
this
you're like,
already.
Please tell me that's not a spider.
I am forgetting what you even sound like as we speak, because I just, I don't know. Oh, okay. We have an anonymous question. But this happens. Sometimes people sometimes they try to put their name in, it doesn't work, and sometimes people just want to be anonymous, so it doesn't matter. But what's the worst thing you've done for exposure? And I'm guessing that that's exposure for your art or your talent or something that you create or do that isn't about showing your junk.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
I had to be specific with these
man.
guests, folks. I had to. I'm
Because
sorry.
I was like, wow, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of junk showing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like mine, I'm just sitting out in the street corner, like, we'll make jokes. No.
see, I just wear a skirt with nothing underneath.
Yeah, I can't remember what the thing is, but anyway. Oh, okay, so that was from Amy, aka Varnish Truths. Amy is a good friend and a fantastic member of the community.
Yes.
Love you, Amy. Thank you. Well, what is the worst thing you've done for exposure? Can you think of anything? Nothing really comes to mind. By the look on your face.
I haven't done anything.
Fucking hungry in my life.
Yeah, I haven't done anything too awful. I know I'm slowly trying to blackmail Mike Merles into hiring me for Wizards of the Coast by just every now and then adding him a D&D resume, or just something like anything like that. But no, I think the worst thing I've tried to done for exposure, it's not necessarily bad, but I tried to learn how to Reddit, and I definitely missed the boat on that. Like, I have no idea how that works. Like, Twitter's my game, and then I went to Reddit, and I'm like, hey, I did things where I hired a singer, and I wrote these song lyrics, and I made little crappy videos. And then everyone on Reddit was like, you suck. And it's like, all right, I guess I don't do these things anymore.
I don't get Reddit. I think I tried it when I opened the shop. I think like any social media I hadn't done, I gave a shot at when I opened the shop for, just to help the shop. Reddit was one. Snapchat. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on Snapchat. I'm so confused with that thing. That is for much younger people.
Which cracks me up because you're on video right now.
I know, but I don't understand.
Different audiences.
Man.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still video.
I know how this works. I don't know how to make videos with this. I don't know how that works.
To throw it out there though, like to just talk about communities in general, like nothing against the Reddit community, but it's just one of those ones that I don't understand the beast. I don't know how to work with the format, and like every time I try and post something, it's like, you haven't put the right flares on this. It's like, what the fuck is a flare?
Right? Okay.
But Imager is like diet Reddit, and it's just for like pictures, and I'm like, hey, here's like a picture of the thing I did, and people in that community are like, hey, you're doing great, man. Like, the Twitter community for D&D is awesome, and it's one of my favorites. But like Imager is great too, where they're like, hey, good job, dude. Like, I haven't really gotten anyone like, you should kill yourself. And it's like, oh, cool. I don't know how that relates to me not being able to draw, but thanks.
Yeah.
Ow.
I think sometimes I feel like we're a little spoiled with the D&D Twitter community. It's because there's a lot of supportiveness and camaraderie that goes around within that community, especially compared to any other internet community whatsoever. And yeah, it's funny when you go to another social media outlet and you're like thinking, oh, okay, people are going to be cool or nice or whatever, and they're awful. And you're like, oh, right, I forgot. This is what the internet's really like,
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
But to throw it back, the worst thing I did was porn.
Okay.
Is that really worse though?
I mean,
for D&D, it didn't really work out.
Wait, you did D&D porn?
No, I'm totally teasing.
Or D&D?
Well, I mean, both. Like,
God damn it! Don't you know how to tell jokes?
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I do coke so that way I can work longer, so that way I can make more, so I can buy more coke. It was one of those things.
One of those things, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
suffered that, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
So now I'm not supposed to make the joke that I've made porn?
I mean, you can.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make the joke.
Ba-dum-bum.
Timing.
Okay.
And
you've ever done.
And that's how you deliver. Boy, worst thing I've ever done for exposure. I have no idea.
to piggyback while you think, and just to kind of help you vamp, I think like a lot of the, just talking about the Twitter D&D community, is like a lot of us tend to know like everyone's boundaries with things, and I see a lot more people being respectful in the sense of like, oh, like recommend a D&D podcast, or like recommend like an artist for this, and like they're encouraging people to promote themselves or others.
Right.
And you don't get a whole lot of that Facebook thing, like when you're on a friend's wall and it's like, oh yeah, I'm listening to this podcast, it's great, and someone jumps in, it's like, hey, if you're talking about podcasts, you should listen to my wrestling podcast. It's like, that wasn't the conversation, but thank you. I was talking about cooking.
Well, actually, I do see that a little bit more than I really want to, but it's not nowhere near as bad. I keep getting that a lot on Facebook, and I think it's really funny. I was like, thanks. Did you read the post?
I know.
I did not.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah. Here's a t-shirt that I like. Oh, you like t-shirts? I have t-shirts about it's not the same thing. Like, oh, wait, calm down. It's okay.
Well, I think a lot of us kind of recognize too, where it's like, that's like having a lemonade stand when you're a kid, and then like having another kid go by and be like, oh, that's a great idea. They put like their lemonade stand like right next to yours. It's like, you bastard. I don't know why you're talking like a Peter Griffin as a kid, but
you bastard.
But then there's that too, like either it's apples and oranges, or it's literally lemons.
Apples and apples.
Lemons,
Isn't apples and oranges like not a very good? I mean, because they're both fruit. I mean, technically.
Both come from trees.
Yeah. They have so many similarities. It would be a lot easier if someone said it was like apples and like, wing nuts.
Yeah. It's like apples and wrenches.
Right.
It's like apples and David Copperfield.
There you go. Well, is he fruity? I don't know.
A little bit. I don't know.
A show can be.
I mean, those pants can be, that's for sure.
Oh, right? Oh.
Oof. Sorry.
Pants.
Not my thing.
Pants?
David Copperfield's pants. No.
Just clarifying.
Nope. I'm proudly not a part of pants. Yeah.
I like pants. Pants are great.
Limit me.
I prefer if those pants start with the word sweat, but I like sweatpants. So what? Whatever.
It's just sweat.
They're comfy. So
I like pantsless.
Because sweatpants are pajamas that you can wear to the store.
Skirts are even less confining than that.
I understand that. But
they're called kilts. Don't you dare tell me that men don't wear them.
That's I wasn't going to say that. I'm half Scottish, so no, believe me.
What's your other half?
German.
What?
What was that?
I'm just asking.
I don't.
What was that?
Was that Mike? Was that my cue on that chat? Who was just like German?
I'm just
dead stop.
I'm just wondering what was so funny about that, but I don't know.
Nothing. I was just asking. You're paranoid. And I'm not even your DM.
Stage 3 of breaking. Paranoid of sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So true. So true.
How many stages are there? Let's find out.
Now, yeah, if I could afford a kilt, I would have one. One. Two,
you would have one kilt?
No,
they're not that expensive.
That was point one.
Well, well, you said I would have a kilt. One. It sounded like you meant like you'd have one kilt. I was like, well, that's sort of silly.
Devin's got you in your sights, Matty.
I know, right?
She's just sitting up there the whole time where it's like, what's that sentence? What's that sentence? What's that sentence?
I know, right. I got nothing. And what's the worst thing you've done for exposure? I don't know.
This.
On the show.
Yeah.
Oh.
You should bring in viewers.
Inviting your friends on the show to have a chat and let them just
Yeah.
verbally murder you. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I did ask you last time if you had a problem with my jokes, you should just say so.
Oh, I totally
And
don't.
you went, "Oh, it's fucking hysterical." I was like, "Okay."
I still, I love it. And I'm okay because I spend most of the time talking shit about myself. Having somebody else on the show do it for me takes the weight off.
There you go. See?
Right?
A burden shared is a burden halved.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm not 100%, so, Devin's helping out. Just being a true blue friend. You can ask for more, folks. I'm telling you.
Maybe 2 kilts.
Ooh.
Right? More than one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would be
if one
nice.
gets dirty, you should be able to wear another one,
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, you're just walking around with nothing on.
Kiltless.
Yeah.
Also known as pantless, but I guess it depends on what you normally wear.
That is true. Or, where you live, or I don't know, whatever.
Well, if you're home alone all day and you have the windows closed, who cares?
True. But I'm never home alone pretty much ever. So, that's just how that is,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. Doing
I like
great.
Death by Mage's comment is that the ideal number of kilts is 3. In case one is in the wash and you have to have a backup. So yeah, you always have a cycle. So 3 kilts.
3's a good number.
Yep. Goals for 2019.
All right.
Already
All right.
met.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Of course I have kilts.
Someone's ahead of the game.
Not all of us can be as, kilty as you.
I know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, not all of us are out here kilting it.
No.
No, definitely not kilting it.
Stage 4.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Just
boy.
reduced to noises.
Anyways, questions in the chat. Just read it and answer it.
That I'm waiting for. Then I'll know.
Mm.
God, everybody starts tweeting.
Yeah.
Or you spit at your screen. I'll take that too.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that.
You're not a spitter?
Oh, no. Oh, boy. I see where you're going. Oh,
he caught wise. He caught wise.
Oh.
I was so happy for that. I saw it and I was like, Devin Rue, you're my hero.
Thank you.
Right. Just fucking brilliant, folks. If we could all be as magnificent as Devin Rue, well, the world would just be a fucking better place, I guess.
It would just be a carnival of fucking mayhem.
Of kilts and spiders.
Right.
Yeah.
Press F for Matty's soul. Sorry, I'm watching the chat.
Oh.
Ooh, spiders on the kilts. That's a good idea. And I have a what is it called? Not tactile. Combat. It's all I can think of is like combat kilt. Anyhow.
Combat kilt?
Yeah, no, it has all these really cool little pockets on it.
Tactical?
Tactical, there we go. I
okay.
thought tactile, and then it, like, when you think of one word and the other word goes,
and it just kind of goes like,
yeah. So I'm like, it's not tactile. I mean, it is. It's a tactile kilt.
I'm sure it's very tactile, but
It is.
it's a tactical kilt.
Yes,
I'm just picturing like the cargo pants version of kilts. Which would be
pretty
great.
much.
I'd be down with that, because I'm a guy who likes a messenger short. I like shorts, because I like shorts, but I don't like my knees being exposed. And I got long legs. I'm a tall man. What can I say? So
What does that got to do with kilts?
I'm just saying, cargo shorts
It's not like that's a skort. Or a skilt in this case.
I don't know. I don't.
You don't know what a skort is?
I know what a skort is. Yeah, it's
Well, that would
awful.
be a skilt. Yeah.
Yeah, a skilt.
No.
Yeah.
Shorts. Remember we were talking before about when somebody jumps on your post and they talk about something somewhat different? Yeah, that was one of those moments.
Right.
But
Totally.
in conversation, it's pretty cool.
But in conversation, I'm good at doing that. I'm good at fucking up a conversation, folks. And,
Something about sea cucumbers.
And that's why I have a talk show. Yeah.
So chatty, man.
Oh, yeah. So, what we're learning is that a mixture of cold medicine and Devon Rue can be entertaining.
Oh. Close. I was so close.
And both.
Especially if you are drinking the cold medicine at the time that I'm talking to you and it comes out through your nose. Oh.
But that'll clear you up.
One way or another. I made somebody put a snorted cherry out their nose.
Was the stem tied?
I don't know. I had no desire to go look. Yeah, it was great though. It was almost like that part in Total Recall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's hysterical.
Yeah, as soon as you said Total Recall, like that, my Arnie instinct kicked in. It's just like, yeah, talk about it more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stage 5.
Yeah.
oh boy. Oh.
Yeah, and it was great. So I was in high school, and I don't even remember what it was I said, but somebody at my lunch table was eating a cherry pie and was drinking something at the moment that I said whatever was apparently super fucking hysterical. And so he started choking, and then he stands up, shoves the table forward, and starts going, "It's coming out my nose," and this big red thing goes across the fucking floor. It was so fucking funny. I thought I was gonna pee myself.
I'm just jealous that you had both friends and cherry pie at your high school.
I think he brought his. I'm not really sure.
Like he just brought a pie to school with him that day.
Well, not the whole pie. Those little fruit pies.
The whole pie makes it better.
Little
in my mind.
hostess.
Oh, that would have been
things,
acceptable. But yeah.
Oh, there's Quinn.
Yeah,
Hey,
what
Quinn.
the fuck did I want to
Only the highest of entertainment here, of course, Quinn.
Yeah, he was the one who was streaming right before my show started, and my channel started hosting him, so I had to start my pre-stream early because I was like, "What the fuck?" Yep. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I am not doing well.
We have thoroughly broken him a couple of times, but it's like now just completely crumbling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am a big fucking mess, and yeah, but it's all good. Because I don't know why, or why that's good, and I'm just accepting all of it. It's fantastic. And okay, so it's been a slow night for questions.
Really? I thought we did pretty good.
I don't know. I just, gosh, that first day that I put in that suggestion box, oh my God, people were like flooding that thing. It was fantastic. Yeah, it's okay. I guess the novelty's worn off or something.
Oh.
know.
Maybe it's just us. They're like, don't ask any more questions.
I know,
Yeah.
right? They're like,
It doesn't matter. You can keep asking. We will still continue to not actually answer.
right.
Exactly. We'll just go off on weird tangents.
They're
Like-
just, they're taking pity on me. They don't want you to, abuse
Yes,
me
they do.
anymore.
They totally want me to break you. Don't lie.
No, they really do. I'm sure they
Yeah.
do.
They're rooting for it.
I know that Jackie is for sure just like, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I mean, you know, it's all done with love and something
And stuff.
and stuff. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway, so you know we've hit that hour and a half mark. So
Oh,
I don't know. I guess we could start wrapping up, or we could just ramble on some more. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. No, I think this is not one of the nights that they're doing their thing. So yeah, we can just talk as long as we want. Awesome.
yeah. Fuck it.
Cool.
We're not constrained by someone else's schedule,
I won't. You can't keep me in a cage, man.
right?
Well,
Do you have a bloody nose there, Matty?
No, but it almost felt like I was. I had that feeling like
Tissue
Like
No.
a spider's.
not
crawling up
spiders,
your nose.
not
you're-
spiders. But there was a warm feeling, and it almost felt like maybe I was getting a bloody nose. I used to get them a lot as a kid, so I know that feeling. But it's
Yes.
been a long
But we're
time.
not on stage 8. Stage 8 is the aneurysm.
Yes.
Oh,
People stop
awesome.
at 7.9
Yeah,
and hold it there as long as possible.
which is just headache, just
Yeah.
constant throbbing headache.
It's the curled up in the corner, rocking back and forth, muttering to yourself with your hands over your head, just praying that something ends it. But you are incapacitated enough to actually end it yourself.
Oh, well, that actually. Oh, thanks, Quinn. I love that. Hey, my good buddy
Look, Ben's
Quinn.
ignoring us again.
My
Great.
my
He saw his escape ladder. No,
Gary's like,
that's-
oh look, shiny object.
I know, right?
Anything. Question.
Oh, there we go. No, but it's actually a really good one. I'd like to hear about your favorite D&D session and what happened during the session and what did you do? Your characters do in particular. Oh dear. I don't know why I thought
That's in depth.
that. Just a caveat. Quinn there is my Friday night dungeon master, and
Perfect.
I know, right?
You should tell him about the idea that we had before.
Spider
about the
bombs.
Spider bombs. Yeah.
Yep, got it written.
Send it to him directly.
I will. I'm not gonna let him know of the trigger or anything like that, so that way Matty can't cheat. It'll be all to you, Sullivan.
Either Maddie's character will be extremely poor. Like, nope. I'm not opening it.
Right. So, favorite Dungeons and Dragons experience.
Would you like to go first, Patrick?
I would love to.
Awesome.
So
do.
my favorite D&D experience was during my first campaign with my first DM and my first run of D&D ever.
Okay.
And it was about session 3 and I fucked up. So what I did was we were playing with a deck of many things, and you kind of get some bad things when that happens. You kind of get some good things.
Mhm.
So session 2 comes by. We're level 1. We have 4 castles. Someone's lost their soul, and I ended up with a Sword of Cause. And, you know, Sword of Cause, cursed item. DM's having it, like, talk to me in my head. I'm a new player. I'm like, all right, this is a thing, I guess. Session 3 comes by. We each get to do the little draw out of the deck. And I end up getting a wish. And keep in mind, as I said earlier in the show, my experience with Wizard of the Coast was Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
So, for my Magic nerds in the chat right now, there's a magic rule that says when you have 2 legendary things on the field, they go away. They both, you know, kind of fuck off.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there with this wish. I'm like, I know exactly what I want to do. It's like I'm gonna wish this. I'm gonna wish for a second one, and it's gonna make it go away. And I ask my DM, I'm like, hey, what happens if I wish for a second one? And he proceeds to say something that I don't listen to at the fuck all. And so he goes off for about 3 minutes, and I'm just convinced that I have my answer, not listening to him. And he finishes it, and I go, perfect. I would like to wish for a second sword of cause. Turns out he was saying, like, if you do something stupid like that, I will just end the game right now, and the world will be destroyed, and all your characters will be fucking dead.
Ow.
So, the story goes is that my level 1 gnome bard named Dexter kind of made the whole universe implode. This fuck up was mentioned with my friends for the past decade, to the point of like he's a reoccurring character now, and he's just constantly being like ported in and ported out of reality. So it's one of those nice little like home moments of like, hey, you remember that time you fucked up? Nope. Guess what? Dexter's back. So it's one of those nice little things of like, always listen to your DM is the lesson I learned from that one.
Okay, I have to ask, your dungeon master like literally allowed a first level player to touch a deck of many things?
Yes, because he was like, this will be fun. I didn't have the best DM as my first DM.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't explain the rules a lot. As I said before, he came by with 17 books and went, here you go, learn. So I had to learn the hard way. And by the hard way, I mean killing everything and all my friends.
That's a harsh lesson to learn.
But I remembered it. I now listen explicitly to my DMs. I don't talk off camera onto a chat or something like that.
All I would have learned is, wow, my DM's a dick.
That was learned later.
None of my DMs are dicks. Ever, ever, ever.
You say that with one in the chat. We got the afterword. You know, hey, if you want to check out that Patreon, you can hear it afterwards as he totally shits on Solomon.
I mean, he goes on a tangent about...
He said he was one of like those people.
And not even one of these people, one of those.
Okay.
Not one of these, not one of them, but those.
Yep. Yeah. Patreon.
No, that's like one of just my that's one of my favorites, is just because it was that nice little thing of like, that was the first TPK I got as a player.
I mean, that's not even a TPK.
Yeah.
That's like a TPW.
Yeah.
Or
I'll take a TPW.
Yeah. I know what I meant.
TPU or TUW, whatever.
Something like that.
Something.
I killed the entire universe.
It was me. I did it. I put the screw in the tuna.
Oh, yeah, and the Patreon we're joking about is, sorry. Anyway.
I'm not joking. There's a Patreon. You all should join, and you will get to see behind the scenes conversations that we record before we actually go live, where Matty goes on tangents about his DM, the fucked up games that they're playing, the fact that he really wasn't doing art, and that's not the reason that he doesn't listen to podcasts. He just doesn't care enough to want to.
He also endorsed the Almost Heroic podcast in there somewhere, but that will never get mentioned again.
Right.
Only for you, exclusive patrons. You can go to patreon.com/something or another.
There'll be a link somewhere.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be so many games once it's finished and approved. Okay. Yeah. I love you guys.
Stage 6.
What about you, Devin? What's your favorite experience?
Did I talk about my evil campaign the last time that I was on here?
I would say yes or no if I had a great memory or if I wasn't on cold medicine.
See, I know that I had been talking with Jackie about it after.
But Jackie's in the chat, and Jackie has an eidetic memory, so...
Oh, there you go.
He might know if it was during the show or after the show.
So I did during the show.
It was during the show? Oh,
Okay. That's what I thought, but I was like, shit.
I got a terrible memory, and like I said, cold medicine. So
I know you don't really care. You weren't paying attention enough to know what I was saying. That's fine.
that's exactly
I
it.
could be talking about babysitting right now, and you're like, yeah, oh, that's fascinating. Where are the REITs doing?
Exactly.
The most adequate shirt I probably have ever seen. I don't know. That's actually one of my favorite moments. That was it. It was just babysitting. Yes, greatest talking point ever. It was revealing that I was the villain the entire time for a 2-year campaign. It was my absolute favorite moment in my D&D history.
That's fair. That's fair.
That and the time the DM let me kill somebody for being an asshole.
Now tell us about this a little bit more. I like to hear stuff like this. Yes, please indulge.
D&D wasn't always so open to girls playing.
Yep.
And there's a condition called Captain Save-A-Ho, where for some strange reason, a guy will have to save any female character that is specifically played by a woman in game. And we had one such player at one point that literally almost killed our entire party because he was an idiot. And then okay, so what happened was I was playing a rogue and we were crawling through another dungeon, and I went ahead, I checked for traps. I did not know that I had apparently missed a few, but I had not triggered them.
Okay.
I got to the end of the hall and I could hear, my DM tells me that I can't see them, but I can hear numerous voices echoing in the chamber ahead of me, or, like around the bend.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm like, shit, do I peek around the corner or do I go back and tell my party? So I was like, I think I'm going to go try and tell my party. So all I said was, my character's going to, and this idiot goes, I'm going to go rushing down the hall. Now, he doesn't know what's going on. So he just says, my character goes rushing down the hall and so I can be her backup. And I was like, you're technically metagaming. And so he does. And my DM's like, roll, let's see how far you make. So he has to do 3 dexterity saves and he fails and he sets off a trap and he isolates me and him with all the fucking baddies in the next chamber away from our party on the other side. So, long story short, I'm really pissed off by the end of the night. And I go to my DM like, this is getting really ridiculous. He has endangered the party numerous times in an effort to come help my character. He makes dick jokes constantly in game. Like it just got insane. So I go, the next time he does even something remotely close, can I just have my character stab him? And he's like, yeah. He's like, actually, you know what? We're all fucking tired of this shit. Yeah. He's like, I will warn him again. And so he did. And then within 15 minutes of our next he said something really stupid. So I just turned to my DM and I was like, and my character stabs him, just slips a dagger between the ribs and turns it. And then I got sneak damage because he wasn't expecting it. And I killed his character. And we wouldn't let him make another.
And that's why Todd's not allowed at the party anymore.
Yes. So there you go.
If it was actually Todd, I'd be very impressed, but no.
No. He knows who he is. He's not watching, though.
I'd assume that he probably, hopefully, got out of the game. Ugh.
I don't know. I know that he blamed me for years why he couldn't find another D&D game, which I thought was funny. Because we were all a part of the, how you have that local hobby shop that you all visit?
Yeah.
One of the guys that work there also happened to be my D&D game. And he was like, oh yeah, no, that guy's a dick. But it was me.
Yeah, of course. It's always, yeah.
Life's hard when you're a bit cringy in general.
Just a wee bit. Yeah. Matty,
Like,
yours?
Well, I'm trying to like think of something that's like literally not from my Friday game because my DM's here and I'm sure he's lived all those stories.
But we haven't.
A lot of like my really good D&D memories come from that game because I think it's really outside of the one campaign I played in high school that ran for a couple years. That game is like one of the games I played in the longest, and yeah. So anyway, but I've said this before, and I'll say it a million times. I love emotional roleplay. So if my character gets to have like a real emotional experience and I get to like roleplay that, I get into it and I go full blow and
full blow.
Of course.
All the blow.
Yeah, I mean, as much blow as you can get.
As much
Maximum
blow. Maximum blow. Like, there you go.
Super hard blow.
Like super.
Now, is it drugs or?
It's all the blow. Every blow.
Ratio that we're talking.
Just every blow. You know. Every
blow.
Every
it's
all.
Verb and
all the blow.
All the blow.
Blow everybody.
All blow. Because we're just totally getting off topic here.
Who said it?
But anyway.
You're the one who's got sex on the brain, apparently.
So back to
drugs, I'm not sure.
Emotional roleplay. No, and
do you have
literally
sex scenes during your gameplay?
I don't know what's going on here.
It's a genuine question.
Do you want me to answer the original
I don't want
question?
you to go into explicit detail about them. I'm just curious whether or not. What do you and your party do if there is a sex scene?
There's no sex scene.
So none of your characters ever have sex. You never like go to a brothel, which apparently is a very common thing to do.
No, apparently no. We started the game in a brothel, honestly.
See?
Though, and at least one of the characters has like gone off and done it. And the whole kitsch about my character is the fact that he's oblivious to that. And it's fun to roleplay that too. So anyway. Back to my original answer. Emotional roleplay. So honestly, like when our friend Mike, who used to play in our game regularly and had to leave, his character basically died all the time. It just became a running joke. And it was always like Mike's fault too. It was always, happening and but my character was very emotionally attached to his character. And the first time he died, it was a big deal to me. And I loved role-playing just all of that. And I don't think, anybody's listening to my answer anymore.
I'm listening.
I don't know.
Intently.
But
I think you stopped listening to you is what I think happened. I think that you were like, where the fuck was I going with this? You were supposed to tell us of it like a specific, what was your favorite moment?
And that literally the emotional roleplay of that first death. When I'm literally like driving in my car a couple days afterwards and I'm listening to sad music, and I am like in that headspace and I am like loving it. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next game. So I can just like, I love that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I cried hysterically. We had a funeral, everything for the first time that I had a character. Well, not me personally, but one of our players died. We you know, obviously because I'm a LARPer, we went a little crazy, but
And
I actually sent flowers.
But that works. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, that's one of the biggest draws of this game. When we were doing the podcast, and I see Smarter Masters in the chat, so he can vouch for this one too. We did an episode called, I believe it's called "I'm Not Going to Forget This," and I made one of our players, Tony, go through a very difficult choice in the game.
Okay.
That he was like shaken afterwards, and he kept like messaging me for the next 2 weeks up until the next game, like, did I make the right choice? Like, what did I do? And it's like, you know, a little bit of it is like, hey, it's a game, but at the same time, it's like I'm that was one of the best moments of like, I pulled those strings, I set this up for, you know, weeks upon months, and it's just finally I got to pull the trigger on it. It's like, good, yes. And I think that brought out one of his best gaming moments. So it's like, I was a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I hadn't really most of my backstory when it related to like my character's family, it was basically like they abandoned him and kind of thing like that, like all his little tribe or whatever, and then all of a sudden, like Quinn out of left field, like pulls out like this brother, you know. That happens to be like the kobold that fought with Cain against this dragon, all this stuff, and it was just like this whole thing, like he gets introduced to us, or not to us personally, but to the audience, and we're watching this one shot. Boom, it's Nox's brother, and you're like, holy fuck! And then we don't actually get to where they like actually happen until weeks later. And just the whole like brain just thinking all these different things, like, how's my character going to react to this? What am I going to do this? You know, like when it finally gets to that point, and then when it finally broke, you know, or when it finally
dropped.
Yes. Stuff. When it finally stuffed.
Stuff happened.
I mean, that night, seriously, like one of the most fun nights I've ever had playing D&D, because, oh my god, just like the emotional role playing. It's fucking fantastic. I loved it so much. And I had a fantastic moment with like a guest player and their character and stuff like that, and it was amazing. And then that had repercussions down the line. It's Dungeons and Dragons is fucking amazing. Play it, bar none.
If you don't, play it.
Yeah.
Also, subscribe to our Patreon,
please.
I like how this is becoming so like a group Patreon.
Well, the funny thing is that
family.
On the thank you screen at the end of the show, I have both of your Patreon addresses up on the thing. So, you know, yeah.
No one looks at my Patreon. Don't put that.
People should, because, you know.
Can we talk about your marketing skills here for a moment? Like, I understand, you know, the whole self-deprecating thing, but there are points where when someone says, yeah, I have their Patreon link at the end, you just go.
Awesome.
You know, like, you can still have a dialogue, but inside.
No, there's no such thing as inside dialogue.
I'm beginning to notice.
That's okay. I sometimes don't have any dialogue.
Yeah, see, whenever that's like the whole thing with like the whole like what's the worst I've ever done for exposure, like I can't answer. I literally just sort of stumble through marketing. Like I will get so many people that ask me about marketing. I was like, I
do the things.
I'm just putting pictures on the internet. You know, like it's as long as it's something that you enjoy what you're doing, I'm not marketing. I don't have to. This is my family. This is my community. This is what since I've been 14 years old, this is all I've wanted. Like, there is no reason to market. I don't have to. You know, I get to be a grown-up geek with a bunch of other grown-ups talking about, our games, our characters, our campaigns, the worlds we're building. We all get super excited about it. We all want to share that with each other. So I just occasionally go, look, a map. Have fun. And oddly enough, people will go, hey, I like that map. I'm just going to go to her Patreon.
That's what I did. It was like,
yeah.
I was like, because I'm a big, I love maps. I love drawing them. I've always loved maps since I was a little kid. I mean, the first thing I ever bought at one of those elementary school fairs with my own money it was a map of the United States and a map of the world, and I put them on my wall, and that's all I had in my bedroom. And I fiddle with those things all the time. I marked them. I did things, it's just like, I love maps. And, when I stumbled upon Devin's work for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? This is
shit. What the hell is this fucking on my screen, man?
No.
What garbage is this?
It's like, what the fuck? Like, this is epic fucking shit. And so, yeah, I literally started a Patreon account because of Devin Rue. It was like the first time I had ever done anything like that. So, and which...
That was your first.
You were. Yes. She broke my Patreon virginity. And there you go.
Popped your cherry.
That's it.
Popped your P card?
Yeah, P card. Oh, that's
Patreon card.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's not...
Yeah.
No. I mean, if you want to take it that way, you could take it that way, I guess, but
I'd like not to.
Oh boy.
As long as you're out there doing what you love, you will find other people that love it along with you. Like they say, there's a lid for every pot out there. You will find your audience. But yeah, and be a part of your own community. I hate people who are sort of D&D players. They are really doing it more for marketing. They're doing it more for just getting their name out there. There's, it's one, it becomes really obvious that you don't actually play the game.
I'm having flashbacks of like every time someone mentions the thing like of gamer girls. It's like the people on Twitch where it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, I hate to be an asshole about it, but
some people say asshole and some people say honest.
But it's such an awesome, it's such a fun game. It's like, why not, why not just play it for real? Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, some people don't have time. Some people are, there's so many people out there that are doing it because it makes them more popular. Like now that, okay.
Yeah.
Part of one of the things that irritates me is, it took me so long to put that Critical Role cartographer on my profile on Twitter, because I was like, I love this show. I'm a huge fan of it. I love doing the maps and everything. It's so much fun, but I don't want to ever presume that I am a bigger part of that community than I am, or a bigger part of the show, or anything like that, because one, that's not why I'm doing this, obviously.
Right. And
two, I don't want to ride someone else's coattails. I kind of hope that my art carries me on my own.
Yeah, and that's
there
fair.
Are people out there who just can't do that. Like, I will have people that tag me in everything that they tag Critical Role, and it has absolutely nothing to do with me or the maps or the posters or even the show for that fucking matter. And I'm like, why am I getting inundated with a bunch of fucking notifications over shit that's not even Critical Role related? But, you know, and they all want to, not all of them, but a lot of people are really looking to, as they say, touch the divine.
Yeah, yeah.
Secret message incoming. Spider bomb diagram. Boom. This is how it works.
So in other words, I'm boring the fuck out of you, so you're over there doodling. Fuck you too, dude.
I need to make the art. I'm surrounded by two artists.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Anyways, if you want to see more of Spider Bomb, just make sure to @Devin Rue.
That's
I don't know what's happening anymore. I do know that
Did you ever?
I do know that we've hit 2 hours. This is the longest show yet. Holy shit. I should probably wrap up. Wow.
Yeah, let's go for 4.
Right, I was gonna say.
This has been so much fun though. Oh my god, you guys,
What we'll do, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop streaming, but we're gonna keep talking and we're gonna record that for patrons.
Yep.
Indeed.
So
And no,
oh dear.
that's just credits because Devin said so.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Ooh. That's a totally different. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you'd get you. Maybe not. It'll probably like lose you. You'll be at a negative the moment you open it. Sorry.
I don't know what's going on. I never do though. I really don't. I have friends in chat. They can tell you I never know what's going on ever.
Yeah, after I was on last time, me and Jackie talked for like another 4 hours or something insane like that.
And that is, I mean, that's a short conversation with Jackie. You know,
Are you saying that Jackie talks too much?
No, I am not. I'm just
I mean,
saying
'cause you're so chatty Matty, so
I'm saying that Jackie's
Hello?
easy to talk to. Damn it.
Oh.
Gosh.
Stage 7, anger.
I love it. I fucking love it. Oh my god. This is awesome. And this is I should have cold medicine every week. This would be no, really.
I bet you we could have broken you harder and sooner if you hadn't been on it. Because every once in a while you just stop paying attention. We were going on cute little tangents about you, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, it's dulling your senses.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch this later and go, oh wow.
Oh,
I wasn't watching any of it. No.
she called me a pussy lover.
Patrick changed shirts midway through stream. How did I not notice that?
Right? Devin wasn't wearing a shirt in the entire time.
Oh boy. What is
Yeah,
happening?
it stopped going on Twitch for about like an hour and a half due to violations.
What? You can't see my nipples.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to transition to the thank you screen and we're going to say goodnight here.
Kitty.
And there's a kitty cat. Oh. And I have them in the wrong place because I forgot to place them right on the thank you screen. Awesome.
Yay!
Oh, look at that. My name is Patrick.
That's so Matty.
Hey, I'm
right
Devin.
there,
I'm
folks.
so freaking popular now.
Take your shirt off.
That's
Oh, wait, what?
so Matty. That's how I roll. Yep, that's how I roll.
You need like 9 guests on here so we can do the Brady Bunch thing of like.
Wait.
I think I think I should probably do that someday. I had 5 a few weeks ago. That was awesome, and not as chaotic as I thought it might be. Thank goodness.
I was holding back.
That's because I wasn't there.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
No.
Oh.
Opportunities lost.
Oh. No, it's okay. It'll happen. You know. Because Devin, she plants little seeds in my brain and they sprout and they come out later. You know.
Like little spider bombs?
Little spider bombs. Oh,
You just
great.
crawl through.
And from oh man, maybe I should do a game show like the Hollywood Squares. That would be fun.
Oh, Devin's center square, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like
Devin is center square.
A solid like top middle where like people rarely pick. And
really?
then, like,
you're a top?
I mean, you know, I'm a fat guy. I have to be. Well, never mind. That's the opposite of what I should be saying.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm definitely in the middle. So.
Okay. And then I mean, who? Oh my god. Like, no, but seriously, a D&D themed Hollywood Squares like game show on Twitch. Oh, I think I got to create that. I think I'm going to make that. And I think I need to find time in Devin's schedule because she needs to be the center square for that. Absolutely.
I mean, I'll join too with an invite, but I guess
you are definitely yes.
I'm totally not inviting myself.
It was only your idea. So
no, it's fine. You can take it, whatever, man.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it was actually a varnished truce, I think.
Oh no, I
yeah.
know. Thank you, Amy. You're lovely. I love you guys. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. This has been So Chatty. I am So Matty Games. And we're gonna go
I'm Patrick.
Around the room.
I'm Devin.
And our friends are gonna tell them who they really are and where you can find them on the internet. So Devin, where can people find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Patrick.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Don't do that. No.
Go ahead.
Which are we? I don't.
Look at the screen, and you're going to tell them where they can find me, who I am. What do I do? Go ahead.
But I have a new show to announce, so this is going to be very horrible for it.
I know this is great. Go ahead.
So, anyways, you can find Devin Rue at. I am so bad at this now. I'm out of my element. I'm out of my element, Donnie.
Okay.
I'll just do it. I'll do it for myself. I'll do it for myself.
Okay. I do that way.
I hate to ruin the game, but it's like... Anyways, you can find me as the DM for Almost Heroic anywhere where you can find podcasts. That is Spotify, that is iTunes, all those things. I also have a new show coming out that it will be in the Retroverse with Robert and Whitney from the show. It's called Vinyl City PD, which will be premiering next Tuesday at... I have to convert times in my head now. I believe it would be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
And what was the date again?
Tuesday, the 19th.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yep, we're playing.
You'll watch, not listen to the podcast, though.
It's a visual stimulus. He gets to see me.
Right. And he still doesn't have to use his hands, so there you go.
Exactly. He gets to see me, the wonderful Devin.
Thank you, Devin.
7.2.
See, he's learning.
Patrick, where can people find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Well, I'm up to no.
I was gonna say.
I was on par. I was on sync.
You can find me at patreon.com/almostheroic.
Oh boy, this is not happening. All right.
Anywhere there's podcasts. And I have a new show coming up on Tuesdays where apparently I need to convert time instead of just say that it's at like 8 p.m. Eastern. So everyone in the Pacific goes, oh shit, that means 5 for us. But that's okay.
To be fair, I'm in Arizona. We don't do daylight savings, so that's why
I know.
I get that.
That's what I loved about being in Arizona. So that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Yep. And it'll be another show that Matty probably doesn't watch either.
I'm okay with this.
But if you want to find fantastic cartography for the RPG community, I would head over to patreon.com/JevinRue, because that's where you'll find it, along with a ton of other stuff that helps support the community so everyone can get some free maps so they can use in their campaigns, because let's face it, not everyone is very good at drawing their maps. So I give the black and white versions away for free to the public, so they all get to use it, and we collectively help pay for my art. And then you get a bunch of freebies. I do birthday cards, I do holiday cards, I do videos for you all. I teach you a cartography class if you want to draw your own, and that's pretty much it.
It's a lot, and it's all awesome, and it's all worth the price of admission. So become a supporter of these fine folks, because they're awesome.
And that's all the endorsement I need.
And I'm Matty, and yeah, what am I? I gotta remember my spiel. What's my spiel?
Now he's definitely broken. He's like, who the fuck am I?
So broken.
Where can I find me?
He passed the aneurysm and went right to stage 8, which is total amnesia.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey folks, I'm Matty, aka So Many Games. You can find me Wednesdays and Fridays on Soul Bear RPG playing Dungeons and Dragons. You can also find me here every Saturday hosting this show. Next Saturday, I'm off, and I'll be over on the Thread Raiders Twitch channel, running a couple games for the Stink Raiser. We're raising money for my friend Alex, aka Stinkrat Streams, who has some astronomical medical bills. She is a traumatic brain injury survivor. She needs some great medical help that she is going to be receiving very soon, and she needs help paying for it. So we've been running fundraisers. We're running a big one next weekend, the whole weekend with Thread Raiders and Welcome Party RPG. We have a collection available over at sonerdware.com that is dedicated to her GoFundMe account. So any purchases made from that collection, all the proceeds go right to Alex. And that includes some of the designs from the Nerdy Point of View podcast, the Faye as Fuck designs, the Gygax 316 that a good friend Josh Saverick brought to the store, and the newest one from Joy, the Feywilds designs, really pretty, and I just got my t-shirt in a couple days ago. What's that?
Why aren't you wearing it?
Because
It has to be a good model if we can't see you in the merchandise.
I'm wearing merchandise right here. See? Mage, yeah, they're one of my, I merch people.
I got this shirt at Walmart.
I'm not wearing one, apparently.
Nah.
And what I'm wearing is I'm wearing my oversized hoodie with the Dungeon Master DM Ancient design on it because I'm sick and I want oversized hoodie on. So, but I got my brand new Mage Productions hat today and I'm excited. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, folks.
You don't know how to end this, do you?
I really don't.
Do you have any music? Like, does it come in and it's like...
I mean, if it does, I have to start it. So I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you all for joining us. You've all been wonderful. And I should probably, I don't know, start some music maybe. That might help.
Oh, that's right. We have a dance party every time you leave. By the way.
That's right. Dance party.
I get to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll fade that in.